I
We
want
do
to
got a
drag
lot
it
to
out.
talk about, though.
Yeah.
We do got-
Woo. Okay. So hey y'all, welcome to Otaku Talk. I should play some sad music.
Oh my god!
Like,
because
Twan,
this
I
is
hate
the
you.
one week I didn't go back and rewatch. I didn't go back and rewatch this.
You
episode.
didn't?
No, and it's not because I didn't. I wanted to. I kind of wanted to just to be fresh for the show, but you know, Beyonce's been my last like 2 straight days, and like because I've been getting out of these movies so late, I'll be sleeping in longer.
Oh my god, how many viewings have you done already?
2.
Okay, 2. But you've been going to like late viewings.
Yeah, and tonight is gonna be the 3rd.
Oh my god.
I did not have a problem. Okay.
I know. I told somebody. I was like, Twan's going to like 4 or 5 viewings, as far as I know.
I feel like it would be slightly different if I was going to 4
I need to move over
showings by myself.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus like different days with people.
Yeah. Well, but is this the right episode? Is it episode 19? My week's been a little chaotic. So I'm like, this is 19.
Yes.
Okay.
There's 19 episodes out.
Well, before we get into that, you know, we've been watching the Squid Games. Twan got a filter new lighter. Is he glowing? He looking good today. The red is his color. Like, red is your color. Like, for real, for real.
Ew. I had a this is the same filter I had on last week. Y'all just couldn't tell. You just couldn't tell through all the hair.
No, I think the red and the white, because usually in darker colors. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the thing where the people go to the Asian place and they like tell them what colors they should wear? And they like put the colors up against you, and some highlight like darkened areas. Like for me, I shouldn't wear black. Like I have black on, but I think you're like that. Like white or reds probably just make you seem glowing. And they say like the white reflects light up on your face, and it makes you more glowy.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah,
and I tried to like switch up the lighting too, because usually I have them on the same setting, but this time I did one sepia and then one like the real bright white. And I like the mix.
Yeah, the sepia is giving. He usually does have dark on. Yeah, I think it's the lighter color. So I get to be dark this week. You can be bright.
We did switch.
We're switching it up this week. And I was like outside all day because I had to go buy scrubs because I have a working interview tomorrow. And I'm like, I haven't worn scrubs in like 3 years. I might cry. So.
Oh wait, so you're doing the interview?
Listen, what is with these new age jobs? This is the 3rd one. Like,
this is the 3rd one? Jeez,
it's like the process. It's not like bad, but it's like first it's like, okay, we do a phone interview, which is great. I do appreciate that. Like, if you're not gonna hire me, let me do a little 5-minute phone interview, keep pushing. And then you have to go in for an interview, and it's a panel interview. I don't know if other industries does this, but like for nursing, you're always at like a boardroom at the front of a table, and there's like at least 4 or 5 people interviewing you.
Oh, that's nerve-wracking.
Right.
I never interviewed by more than 2 people.
Yeah, so that's always fun. And then the last one is a working interview, and I think that was more so to see if the vibes match everybody else in the office. So that's the one I'm doing tomorrow. Okay. And then I should be done without my interviews. So yeah, I was busy, so I didn't get a chance to like doll up and all that stuff. So I'm like, just whatever. Have a great stream. That's cool. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, we've been watching Squid Games. So before we get into, we just gotta give Squid Games like 10 minutes if we can even keep it at that. So,
I was about to say, dang, 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's just
start.
Let's just start. So okay, so watch Squid Game Challenge if you haven't. You're watching this. What do you think of Squid Game Challenge?
Now I hate this. Like, you can never just love something and just be able to do so, because I love this show. Like, this Squid Game show, like, I was so irritated. I didn't even know about it until it started airing. I didn't know nothing about it, because I would have sent in a tape, filled out application.
Right, you would have.
I always said, if I could do Squid Games without the murder, I would do it. I would so do it. And this is it.
They fixed it.
I'm a little mad I didn't know about it till last minute. But have you heard about like the drama and stuff? I'm
starting to hear about people got hurt like on this red light, green light game. Like it was really cold outside or something like that. Was there something else?
Like it lasted like hours. like versus what we saw. Like it like people were
Really?
in that position held for like a while. That's what made
Why?
it so challenging apparently. Like once you did red light, that's why I remember that clip of the girl that crouched and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, I shouldn't have did this. Like she was in that position for like a
But
while.
why were they making them hold it to get shots? Like,
I'm thinking like I didn't look too deep into it. I did think that from what I did read that they were doing it because like, well, and then I can't even, this is my speculation. I think they did it because like it's much more of a harder game than just running and stopping. Like if you're running and you stop for like 30 minutes, you don't know when that thing's gonna turn around. And I think that's
right.
was the emotion being captured. And a lot of what they were saying kind of felt like that too. So I think it was just part of the game, but obviously
They were like making it harder so that to like really weed out a lot of people.
Yeah, and I mean, like if somebody in the chat or like whoever is watching this, like put in the comments, like I think in the original show that was kind of the case too. Like I don't think it was just a 5-minute game from start to finish.
Yeah, because in my head it's like stop and then you pause for a second and then you like have to, but okay, that makes more sense. Like
yeah, I think it's like a little bit more.
Couple minutes. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not even that. Like an hour. Like I think they said this thing lasted hours.
Okay, and I heard something crazy, and I don't know if this is true. Did you hear this? Because I'm like, was this random about the condom chapstick?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up next as part of the hardships.
So I'm first of all, I'm confused. Like, okay, so these people didn't really have water. It sounds like I didn't see a lot of water bottles sitting around, so I'm assuming they didn't just keep a steady flow of just water for them to drink around, but they were using the lube off of condoms to moisturize their lips. So they just had condoms around, and like were people fucking?
Right. Like number one, like y'all just in the bunk bed getting it on, and to have that many of them,
right?
For people to be using them as chapstick.
That's what I'm saying.
They ran out.
That's what I'm saying.
Ran out of it too. I don't know. But
did they just like give the cast a bunch of condoms? Because I mean, I
think it's like one of those situations where like behind the scenes where they would normally have like a craft service table, they probably just got a table full of condoms. Because they're given like a small bag, like all your stuff is taken from you, and they get like a small bag of toiletries. They get like a toothbrush, toothpaste, I think conditioner, which is also what they were using. Like they were using anything liquid on their lips because they didn't have lip balm the entire time.
And that's my lips dry now. I just couldn't even imagine. Like,
yeah.
I don't like being ashy.
Like when your lip actually does crack, that is some irritating pain.
And they said it was cold too.
Cold hypothermia. Somebody got hypothermia in the red light, green light challenge.
And you offering people that much money, you know people gonna push themselves. Yeah, just have some Carmex. You can't sneak some Carmex in or something.
I think they eventually got them all a small little tube with their number on it. Which, you know, eventually.
If you would have had more Black people in production, this would never happen. Because I would have automatically keep that. Then we need more lotion and chapstick. What are y'all talking about? Everybody can be dry.
I was dead. I was like, you using hair conditioner on your lips? What that's like?
Better than condom lube.
That's very true.
Because if it ain't the type of condom that's meant to be put in somebody's mouth, that shit's probably disgusting. Like lube, it's why I know this, I would never speak about it, but lube does not taste good.
But outside of that, I want to be on the show. Outside of all of that,
because mine tastes good.
Like, listen, for me, I don't know if it's
I put a little condom lube on my lips to win $4.5 million.
Yeah, like, I would get new lips after. Like, chill out. You
got
$4.56 million. Oh,
right.
Well, isn't that more than what was on Squid Games?
I feel like that's
because it was like a something billion yen, and I feel like.
Well, I think that's like 1 million or something. Yeah, it's still more. Yeah, that's a lot of money. It was a lot of money. So, but I mean, so what was the things who was your favorite? Who you hate?
As of right now, so are you caught up until?
I'm caught up, but we got one episode left.
Yeah, we got. So right now, I hate it because I'm just left to pick a favorite from who's remaining. Because my original favorite was Old White Man.
Yeah, I liked him.
I want him to win so bad.
I liked
just
his
because
story.
he was the first iteration of like a very wise, smart thinking. Like he has this great story arc in the episodes that he was in with the battleship challenge, the chore that he had with his partner Steven.
That was so cute.
Was just
with him just throwing the thing on the floor. That was so cute.
Because I was like, the moment he recognized the game, I was like, stop. You're not about to.
Because and then if he'd have made it to the marble game, him and Steven would have been like playing the marble game, and it'd be like literally like the show.
We missed out on that
TV. I wanted my marble art with the old man.
And I'm mad because the girl that eliminated them, since she did that, she was my favorite to win at that point, but then got eliminated the next round. I was like, ugh. So he went.
Which brings me to Ashley ass. I can't. I'm so glad Ashley left. Speaking of her,
Wait, so Ashley, is Ashley the one that left?
She's from Atlanta. She sound like us. She sound like us.
But there was two of them, I feel like, that were together. Was she the one that made it to the Circle of Truth, or the one that?
Yeah, with the two pigtails. The one who didn't.
So I was originally talking about her friend.
Yeah, her friend. But then I was like, that instantly made me think of her, and I'm like, ooh, Ashley, I can't stand. So who's your favorite out of who's left?
Out of who's left, I'm fully rooting for the long-haired
Phil.
Boy.
Like
Phil, yeah.
Phil
is probably my favorite to win. I wanted to say the other one with the beard, but he's a little creepy to me for some reason.
I'm actually cheering for Mai.
I don't know. Oh, see, my
I like Mai. Mai hasn't done. She makes mistakes. Like she was wrong about TJ, but I can understand why she was wrong. I can understand why she felt the way she felt, because she's like, nobody is too good. Like he is so nice and he's too like good. There has to be a strategy he running. Like I could totally see how the game would fuck your mind up and make you see somebody like TJ as, okay, this cannot be real life. Like this, he is fronting to get people's trust. Like I could see where her mind was like going there. But I think she's really intelligent, and she went after Ashley, so I was like, yeah.
That's what really did it for you.
Yeah, I was like, get her ass. And then it made me even more mad because the way they was gaslighting her about Ashley, I was like, okay.
So they were. But maybe they just weren't fully paying attention to that aspect of Ashley. No, okay, I'm gonna shut up.
You ain't see 301 jump like 3 times?
Yeah, that's true.
And Ashley was gaslighting her like, you didn't see
me.
Like,
but I moved, but I jumped, but I went. Like, ask anybody. I was like, girl, you literally turned around and cursed somebody out and asked them if they wanted to jump. So let's not play like you didn't eventually get peer pressured once you realize that this does nothing but benefit you.
Right.
Because she was number 4.
Like, she was like right after him. So I'm like, girl, so he have all these jumps to make. Girl, eventually he gonna fall off. And your ass gonna be next. And would you want to take all them? The way I was like, she would have had to jump as many times as she made 301 jump before. Oh my God. Listen.
Oops.
Because look, you would have had 2 Atlanta girls up there. I feel like she just steamrolled people because she got that kind of like Atlanta, like she's black. So, a lot of white people always think we be fighting or we're like, they be intimidated by us. So I think that's why she's getting away with it, just because like nobody really has the balls to confront her.
Yeah, that's true. Not to confront her to her, because even when Mike went over and talked to her, she was all that hand contact, leaning in, like y'all bestie. And that's one thing. Actually, that's one thing. The reason why I'm not fully on the My train is because, like, I don't know. Like, I do like the things that she does in the games. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just the way some of the choices she made cringy to me. Yeah,
I mean, I agree with their assessment that you can't really trust what she says, as far as like, just because she nod and smile and say, I'm gonna do it, like, doesn't mean she gonna turn around and do it. Cause
she is going to do what Mai needs to do to win. And I feel like as long as you understand that about her, you'll be able to like guess what she gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she is very readable, but because people besides Ashley, I feel like she was the only one that was looking at her like that. Besides, everybody else thinks she's gonna, like, you know, remain like with the group. And I was like,
she's not.
She never went with the group though.
I hated that whole girl power moment. I hated that whole girl power moment. I was so happy when I was like, bitch, I'm picking the person who been my rider the whole time. Which is why, like, for me, I would never sign on to do some shit like that, because I'd be like, first of all, I got these people who've been riding for me, and you mean when the chance comes to sit up here and pick who I'm taking with me, I'm gonna pick you because you got a vagina?
So, like, is it like bad? Okay, because listen, I'm gonna go ahead and put a disclaimer. If I ever get on Big Brother, Survivor, which I won't apply for, so fuck Survivor, but if I ever get on Big Brother or this show, I hardcore believe that this is a game, okay? And all my little morals and ethics, and civility,
it's out the door.
All that is out the door. I could be a villain on this show, and I'm just
absolutely.
Like, I don't get how people don't realize, like, this is a game of almost $4 million. I'll play around. I'll do whatever I gotta do.
I'll be doing exactly what May do. Oh, all the girls are in. I'm a woman. Let's
The only thing I wouldn't do though is because, like, I would hardcore follow what the house is doing until it gets to the point where it absolutely doesn't benefit me. Like,
it also depends though, because, like, in that situation, you don't know which alliance is gonna pay off for you in the end. At the end, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if riding with the people who you already been with can turn out to, you know what I'm saying, work for you in the end. And then in that girl instance, it's like, first of all, y'all ain't been fucking with me before today. So, like, okay, girl power, but then let's say we do eliminate all the dudes. Out of the girls, y'all 4 clicked up. I'm going anyway.
That's very true. The pecking order. But to me, it's like, would you give up all of this for, like, I can understand if it was like another alliance you were betraying, but it was like another one person, and nigga, I just met you 2 weeks ago, so I'm not really. She had like TJ on her side at that point. Or was that after TJ was gone already? I think that was before. She had TJ on her side. He had a whole alliance. But even that though, she was just 2 seconds ago. Yeah, but even still, but I'm saying, but that's the thing. Like, you're playing all these cards. Like, okay, I got this possible TJ alliance, I got the all girls alliance, and then I of course got my 2 people I be kicking it with. So it's like, which alliance? Because the TJ alliance at the time was stronger. Was a very strong alliance. The girl alliance didn't even exist. I don't think at that time though, did it? Because ain't that around the time everybody wanted him out? Yeah, because he had the biggest alliance. That's why they didn't like him, because he was the leader of his group, kind of. It was like a loose group, but people generally liked TJ. So they were like, he got too many people who generally will go along with him. It wasn't like was that before he did that whole thing where he was like, let me be the leader, and he got immunity? That was because remember, they wanted him to be the leader. And that was the whole thing. People were like, they just picked him, and it was a few people who was like, damn, we need to get a vote. But I think they saw that majority was like willing to pick him without it. I'm thinking this was after that. That makes sense. I'm thinking that was after the whole he volunteered to be leader, because I was like, everybody was just not liking him at that point. It was kind of after on the back of that, like when they was like, TJ so fast, they was like, oh shit, TJ got pulled, like, get his ass out of here. And then I think I did want him to chill out though, because I, like, as much as I liked him, I was just like, you are doing way too much. Like, have you ever seen any of these shows? Like, you cannot be the focal point so many times back to back. And he, but I think that's really why May was like, something wrong with him. Like, he can't be this good. Like, he must be using it as something. I think he really was just like that. I think a part of me think he's just like attention, but also he is like a natural leader. But he he wanted to be in the spotlight. Yeah, y'all saw that light skin pose he had on his picture, like that little light skin squint. I was like, okay, TJ, we see you. I mean, yeah, but also, like, I don't know. So I kind of get my, like, I would not immediately join the all girls alliance. The only alliance I would probably join was the all black alliance, because we usually are the minority anyway. Right. But I would want to do it like the Big Brother group, where people didn't even fucking know.
they was like
the cookout.
Thunder Lions. Yeah, the cookout. I want to do it like that. I would be like, kind of like how Phil them kind of did. Like they had they people, but they never really was seen together all the time.
That's kind of why I'm rooting for him. I was like, I was low key rooting for their little group, and it wasn't until the Circle of Truth and his little performance that I was like,
okay,
go take it. Go take it. I really thought it was only going to be Mai that guessed who put the present.
I just thought Phil would be more emotional, like than he was. Like I don't know, I didn't know if he would be able to like through his emotions. Like I don't know, because okay, all the other, I'm sorry, but all the little gay boys, the little the way me and my husband was laughing so hard when that little red head was shaking when they was doing the little
oh my god, I was cackling too, but there were brief moments where I almost wanted to stop myself from laughing because it was that like it's like he saw like a dead body or something. He was dry heaving.
Did I get rated?
He was like,
did I get rated?
You wanted to spit up, did you?
I don't know. It feels like I got rated. Hey y'all, if y'all came over from Yellow, we're talking about the Squid Game challenge right now. So, but you know, me and my husband, his lips was shaking, his hair was shaking.
Giving you the Olivia Pope from Scandal, that bottom lip just going crazy.
And yeah, wasn't that Dash? That was Dash, right?
Dash, I don't remember his name.
That's the redhead who he got caught being, he lied because she was like, didn't you vote for me? He was like, no girl, I didn't vote for you.
Oh, that redhead. I thought you were talking about the one early in the game with the umbrella.
That was him. That was the same one.
Oh, that was the same guy? No, he got eliminated.
After that.
The guy I'm talking about got eliminated during that. He broke his umbrella.
Oh.
You're talking about two different people.
Oh no, I'm talking about the one he made it just in time.
I know who you talking about now though. Yeah. He was like that little kid on what is that? Hell's Kitchen that couldn't whip the potatoes.
And then the other guy who already been like, he was crying all the time. Like his eyebrows was always like up, and he was like always like crying all the time.
There was so many. I mean, I get it. Like in this game, it's so easy to get eliminated that you kind of just got to understand that the odds are against you and kind of just accept it when it happens, because that's kind of would have been my headspace. I'm like, I'm going against just like almost 500 other people. If I can make it past round 4 or 3, that's a blessing. I'm taking whatever I can get. I'm playing risky. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of looking in Squid Games.
It
like,
is.
A lot of
so it's like you can't. This man is. I'm talking about. He was about to puke out his inside.
Oh my god!
Over that decision. And for me, I'm just like.
I thought the people who, like, it was frustrating to me to see people get eliminated out of fear of making a choice. Because I'm like, it's not logical to be so scared that you're gonna get this because you're gonna lose to get eliminated because you won't pick it. So like, what was the point? Because you're gonna go home.
The couple during the marbles.
Yeah. What you thought about that? Was you yelling at TV?
I wanted to fight him so bad because he was gaslighting. I would have been fighting him. He was gaslighting her so bad.
No, because most marble games are throwing. What are we gonna play? It's saying, girl, we got to throw these fucking marbles. What are you talking about? And he even offered to give her a handicap.
But she was giving other alternatives too.
What? I couldn't remember. Where it's like she was doing something where it was completely chance. Like it was a completely based off chance, where it wasn't any skill involved, where you tried. And he was like, I don't want to leave my my outcome up to luck.
And then his argument was, let's do this game that I know I'm better than you at.
Well, he was like, I'll give you a handicap. I won't use my left hand.
Nigga, I don't know if you ain't ambidextrous. Like, what that do for me?
You know,
it just makes more sense that it would be even. But I do feel that though,
because I always hate the strategies where, like, even though they got through the glass mirror, you know, I always want Carnage. So
when
me
too.
I'm like, I'm not on no teammate shit. Like,
Kumbaya.
To some degree, I understood Ashley. But like at the same time, had the boss to say you're not doing that shit when they asking everybody. Like, I don't like people who be. I don't like people who go along with it and then be like, oh, I ain't doing that shit. But like, I'm also not for like, when they did the game where they were nominating people and they were like, we're just gonna nominate ourselves. I'd be like, bitch, No, the fuck I'm not. I'm not
Now,
leaving it up to look. I'm sorry.
let me speak to that. Let me speak to that because that applies to both those scenarios, the bridge and the nominating people. I would initially speak up, yes, to set the tone, to attempt to set the tone. Because let me tell you, once the entire house decides what they feel is right and should do, you no longer have power.
Oh yeah,
it is
if you're the
sucked
minority
away from you. So you sitting here even attempting to do it against what they want, that might work for this game. But now everybody remembers that, and just like Mai is.
Well, apparently I'd be like, well, if y'all mad at me, apparently y'all don't remember shit. So I'm gonna take my chances because y'all sure don't remember how Ashley ass just turned around and did that in the last game. Y'all don't seem to remember Ashley ass doing it. It seemed like last challenge. So are y'all gonna remember me doing this? Because y'all seem to not have no memory, or just because she black and y'all scared of her.
I'm saying, so that's also what you got to weigh into it. So for me, each and every time up until like maybe the last 4 or 5,
and you kind of get a feel of what the group's trying to do.
Exactly. So you got to play the game. You can't always just be stubborn, especially when the other alternative serves you no purpose. Ashley's decision, if she wouldn't have done what she should have done, would have made no sense on her end.
Which means
even if you would have made it through, you're going to be eliminated by everybody the next game.
Well, she just got lucky that they fucking forgot. Because I would have did exactly what made it.
And I think they forgot because she didn't take 2. She did eventually go, and then I think the adrenaline. They just got so serotonin for getting
But
through.
if I was mad, I'd been like, well, listen, we could do that, but I just want y'all to know right now, if I get my chance, I'm voting for Ashley because when she did the last game, she showed she wasn't a team player.
That's what Mai should have did.
So just know, going in, after. I'm cool with that. But as far as me, I'm voting for Ashley. Ashley, you can vote for me too. We'll see who make it, bitch. They'll hope you go first and get rid of me, so I can't vote for your ass. So I don't know.
I just think she could have stuck to her guns, but just know when to die on the hill or not. You know.
And then if you really was like, I'm gonna do it regardless because I'm gonna stand on my word, you could have said it on the front end, because then you could have had the people who didn't know what was going on with you. They could have known that going in.
She should have worked on the people in the back. That's what I would have did. Because the only people in my mind that got a right to argue or a reason to argue this is the people 12 and back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If I was them, I'd have been like, I'm not doing this. You want me to go ahead and give away my guaranteed space for you to get through when we got to eliminate people later on anyway? Oh, no. I'm not for it. I'm going to go ahead and start the votes with a nay. Anybody with me who wants to keep their guaranteed space behind me? Anybody?
Yeah, exactly. Because that would have been also if you was, I guess, but I always hate that. Just like in that show, when you watch it, The Devil's Plan, that was one of the arguments
I still haven't watched
between the 2 finalists, who I won't tell you, but that was kind of it was like Magneto versus, Dr. Xavier was like, I don't like this kumbaya shit. People need to make it on their own skill and all this finding ways to carry people through. He wasn't with that shit the whole time. So I'm kind of like that, but I don't know. I love it. I can't wait. We're going to have to do a show about Squid Games. Once the finale come on, we're going to have to talk about it because I'm hoping May wins. I also like Phil. I feel like if either one of them
I would be okay with any one of those two. Like I said, for some reason, that beard guy just give me the heebie-jeebies for some reason.
I feel like he just slid through.
Yeah.
I feel like he just kind of slid through. I'm like, where the fuck you came from, first of all? And then, now you're here. And I don't know.
Yeah, so. At least the other two got accolades behind them.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But speaking of horrible deaths and terribleness, let's go ahead and talk about Jujutsu Kaisen episode 19. So, I was worried about Nabara last week. I was worried about her. And then, of course, they gave me a moment where I was like, okay, everything's going to be okay. Just to tear my heart out after it. So, you knew this was coming. How do you feel about how they showed it on the show? Reading it, was it more impactful? Do you think they did a good job?
I think because they, stuck pretty, there wasn't any a bunch of added additions to either the fight or the background story. So for the most part, it was just the music and how they showed like animated the panels like to give it a little bit more like expression, personality, and all that type of stuff. I genuinely like was so sad, and even the part where Mahito slapped her face and was like, I couldn't get Nanami in one hit, but like what about her? And I was like, even though I read it, I was like, ooh, that's a chance.
Yeah, I was
could, like,
wondering.
overcome it.
Right.
And like that would have been a gag if they pulled like a True Blood and just like completely changed up the arc of a character and was like, no, they're not gonna die here. And they would keep going. I don't know why I keep getting him. Nobara. I don't know why Nobara was that person for me. Even with Nanami, I didn't immediately think of that, like just not making him die. But with Nobara, I don't know if it was because of the background story. And
it just felt like because she's a student and she's like she's in the main character trio. Probably. It just felt like she should have that plot armor. For me, it feels like she should have that plot armor.
I wanted her to. I really did, because I don't know what it was about that backstory. It's just like really was successful in making me care about her even more. It was very successful in that vein for me.
And that story of like how she was so close to seeing her friend again.
Yes.
It's also, I think, made it sadder for me.
And they flashed over to her, talking about, I hope she's okay. And I'm like, girl, she is literally dying right now. Literally dying.
That's so sad. It was very sad. I didn't expect it.
The pop and then the thud when she
you saw her eyeball flying.
Disrespectful.
They even animated the eyeball. So I said, y'all on the street schedule. Y'all had time to put the eyeball in there though. They had time. They really made sure their eyeball was in there. It was. Let me go back, because where did we start this episode? And our stream from last week got struck, even though we didn't play the music at all.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because we watched them. And I was like, whatever, I'm gonna let them have it. But we started this episode with them still fighting. I guess Mahito had split in half. We also got confirmation that was in fact real people. There were some still wandering around the station.
Oh yeah, because he was like he wished Dagon would have left some more.
Yeah, but he had just enough. So there were random people somehow still wandering around the station. And then we got the understanding that how he was able to split. And so like one is basically like can't do any techniques. Is that how it works? And then the other one was like kind of him.
Yeah, so he's like the main body that can like utilize all of his abilities and like use idle transfiguration. The other version can only really manipulate his body. He can't like manipulate other humans' bodies or whatever. So I mean, that was a good handicap for Nobito to have. Nobito. Listen, I keep mixing them up. Nobara. These names.
Nobara. Nobara.
No, I keep doing Naobito, the guy that lost his arm. That was
right.
But yeah, Nobara, like it was a good handicap that made it a little bit more understandable how she lasted as long as she did.
Right, that's true.
But I just wish that they would have elongated that fight more, because like she was really putting some moves in, and I was like I guess you forget just because of what her ability is, like how like nimble she is. She was dodging. She was like really, holding her own for that version of Mahito. So I did want to see that like a little bit more, like see what other ways she could get creative with her hairpin technique.
And that's why I was like nervous for our girl from the get-go, because I was just like, oh, we've seen her with that fight with the brothers. I was just kind of like, oh, we've seen Nobara's. Like she was really showing out there, but the fact that she didn't even, I thought we would at least get there, because in most anime formulas, like if you've seen them do that once, you're gonna see them do it again, but it's gonna be ineffective, and then they die. So I was just shocked to see her go out without really pulling out off the stops.
I mean, because Mahito ran away at the height of her fight, like she was doing damage, like she
which
just
made
did
me
that
laugh.
resonant shit.
I love it.
Yeah, he was like, ciao.
Yes, because I be talking about it in Apex, like that's me. If I'm getting my ass beat, I'm finna go. I'd be like, oh, I'm out. Like people be in the microphone yelling at me and like be like, stay and fight. I'd be like, bitch, I am out. Like y'all own. Like y'all can't tell y'all losing.
Y'all, right?
Right. Y'all can't tell y'all losing. So I definitely I laughed at that. But It was
You
a
want to
cute
know
way
what I
to
laughed at?
what?
When he did run away and he jumped over that subway and was running down there, and then the bar was like, I could go to the subway or I could follow him, and then it ended up leading her to the same place. And
Yeah.
when she jumped over that railing, I could not help but think of like Brenda in Scary Movie. She was like, don't go down there.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, girl, don't you know better than to chase somebody that far?
Heart attack.
They finna get you. Like they're tricking you. Like if you chasing him that far, he's running for a reason and you're chasing him, girl. You running into the plan.
But her reasoning was sound though, because like if Yuji, you know, JJK is all about the jumping. If she would have let him get away, then Yuji would have been fighting 2 mojitos. And can you say terrifying? Can you
one
say
of them can't
terrifying?
do nothing to him.
I mean, what you mean? He can
He
still
can't
he can still use a unlimited amount of ideas in manipulating his body. He can just send skin chainsaws at this man from behind while the other one's fucking him up from the
is
front.
like annoying as a person to fight. Like he can split.
Scary.
He just be doing stuff. Like we just
like
keep
even
seeing
in
new
this
stuff.
fight, this was like they only fought for like what 3-4 minutes before they was flashing over to the other fights in the backstory. So even in that little bit of time, we saw like 6 more applications of his ability. Like he could use it as like he you know how people throw sand in your face? He just made that dude's head turn around and pop, so he got blood in his eyes to
him. And then when he turned into the little mojitos with the one hair,
and then he can split into like 6 different bodies, probably even more than that. Nigga got mini shadow clones now.
I was just like,
it's like even when you pin him down, we saw him get away so many times, like with the Nanami fight in UG, how he just slipped away and then slid into the sewer grates. It's like, how can you like truly get this man down? And that's also another reason why I wanted the Beatles fight to go longer, because I wanted to show even more effectiveness and usefulness in that battle versus that.
I loved how effective her resonance was. But then I was like, kind of the thing with Mahito is he learns so fast. And I even said that with my husband. I was like, she ain't never gonna catch him with that shit again. Like, you only gonna catch Mahito one time. Like, and once he realized, oh, this is a true threat to me, he was never gonna let her catch him again with that. So it was kind of like she really only had that element of surprise that one time. So she would not have been effective against him after, because he would have known, like, ooh, this is. He even said, I think he was like, this is my other natural enemy or something like that. So
yeah, because she could like, I think that was like her version of attacking his soul, because her straw dog technique or the resonance is like either use a part of your body or a effigy. I think that's what she calls it, to attack a critical point in the main body. So Mahito's critical point is his soul. So essentially, that's another way, because nobody else can really attack the soul besides Yuji.
And now she's like done.
Her apparently. I don't know. It's like we were there. We were right there.
Oh, and then when he like ran down, and Mahito's so smart. Like he's so smart. Like I think he
was gonna fuse together.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. I was like, oh, he gonna fuse together and just beat their ass. Which honestly, if he was fully fused together, that's the other thing. Is he weaker when he split? I know the other body can't do
of that though.
Yeah, I was like, the other body, like that demon on Demon Slayer, who when he was split, he's like more powerful when he's together. So I was like, is it making him weaker to be split off? Like,
we couldn't tell. We couldn't tell with the fight with him, and he's doing a lot to be weakened.
That's the problem. That the main body is still such a problem, even if he had other problematic parts of his body running around, because they are problematic. Even though he can't do the stuff, he can still fight. He's just he's a whole menace. He's a whole menace, and it was terrible. What did you with the backstory? I did have a question about the backstory. Because with Nabaro's backstory, because like you said, generally I ain't really care too much about her backstory that much. But did they ever really say why the girl moved? They didn't say the girl who she would go visit her house all the time.
No, she definitely moved after the house was starting to be, I don't know for what reason, the house and was getting vandalized,
right,
or whatever. But I think the story just led us to assume that was the main reason. I mean, because who would also want to stay in that situation.
Right.
So I don't think they clarified that. I can't 100% remember if they clarified that in the manga. I don't remember a reasoning like that. I just remember them flashing to her in the present at her job, and she's just working her ass off. And then
she was in Shibuya.
Yeah, she in the right spot. In the right spot.
She in Shibuya.
She is in the right spot. But I don't know how you just everybody.
But the other thing I was thinking about with her friend was like, okay, was this before the attack? Because the fact that you still working,
maybe this might have been before the attack.
And then we could say that it's possible her friend could have been killed as well.
Oh yeah, maybe. I didn't think about when that took place, because that is very true. Like, y'all is real calm talking about deadlines when.
Yeah, because they was like something was going on. They said something was going on, but I'm assuming that might have been before. Possibly before, like when they first shut down Shibuya, like they first did. I'm like, maybe that's
like when the domes fell.
Yeah,
the fails.
Yeah, because like the way they were talking about it, I was like, it couldn't have been when Sukuna was tearing shit up.
No, because when a meteor hits the city, I feel like more than just Shibuya should be on high alert. You know what I mean?
Like, so you still at work? I just want them to like.
Unless because wasn't she an illustrator? What was she doing?
I thought she was working on like an article or something. She worked for Mappa.
So that's why she was still there. So that's why she was
What's her name? Fumi? Like Fumi worked for Mappa. Mm-hmm. But for me, I would be combing the source material, trying to see. I'm dark, but I would love for them to give us confirmation that she died in the Sukuna attack.
And that would make me be like, okay, well, no, what am I about to say? I'm about to really agree with you. No, I want her to be alive.
No, I want her to have died too.
Why?
Because then they would like be together. Like y'all are such friends. Like y'all fates are like intertwined. Like if you're on that fate intertwined,
she ain't going nowhere, girl. Why you got to cut the other girl life short? She gonna get there eventually.
Hold up.
I'm telling y'all, every day Bree just be peeling back the layers.
Like no, but for
just
me,
revealing.
Like for me, the story of Nobara and Fumi was supposed to be like they're fated. Like we are friends, we're very close, and we will cross paths. And it was like even when they weren't thinking about it, they were closer than they ever knew. Like in timing, so it just feels like it would kind of make sense for them to also die around the same time. And she really didn't let Fumi down. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I left you down. But then
you leave the quiet girl by herself. Like, there's still a chance that her and even though they wasn't close at all, they could still like bond over the not having a bar anymore or being gone.
They don't talk to each other. I'm assuming
they could. She was a part of the trio. You know, there's always two that get along.
Yeah, they probably all dead now. That's my whole thing. I don't know. I just like to believe Fumi died in Sukuna's attack.
But like, even the girl in the countryside, you killing her too?
That's the girl in the friend, right? That was who it was. The one who was when she was at the train.
That's who that was. The girl, because the girl that we saw that was thinking about Nobito, that was the girl that moved.
Nobara. Oh,
because she was talking about how like I met these girls and they used to come to my house and I wanted them to be like my little sister and I gave them tea. Yeah, she was.
I thought it was
not the other girl. No. I didn't remember the names. That's why I was agreeing. But then I was like, wait, yeah, I don't remember her name, but it started with S, I think. Oh. But that was her, not the other girl. The other girl's still in the countryside.
Okay, so she's safe. Okay, well, whoever the girl was in Shibuya, I hope she did too.
Okay, what else in this episode happened? Because you were just, oh my god, you and Mahito for life.
No, I love stuff like that. I mean, it's sad, but it's like, okay, we doing sad, let's do sad. You know, everything can't be.
I did used to say that. Give me more shows where they kill off the main character.
If we doing tragedy, let's do tragedy. I mean, I did see a meme, speaking of main characters dying, where they were like, the fact that Megumi was about to unleash Mahoraga on Toto because he was beating his ass is wild.
On everybody. It's
actually wild though, low key. Like,
Episode, he was about to kill himself in episode 2, girl. Or was it 1? It was episode 1.
Can we get maybe like committed?
He needs to be on a watch. He needs to be on. He should have been on a watch.
Like for me, when we watched it and we put together this, what he been trying to do this whole time. I just never really went back and thought about all the times he really. I was like, be like, I don't like the way he's talking to me.
Let's really think about it. Let's really just break it down real quick.
What did he do in episode?
I'm gonna put everybody else to the side and I'm gonna focus on Toto, because this man was about to summon a literal unbeatable demon that maybe Gojo could handle, but still this man was about to summon this to destroy Toto. And
a classmate.
What happens if Gojo takes just a little bit too long to get there? You done killed half. You gonna destroy the whole school, including yourself. Wasn't this a sparring match? Unhinged, huh?
Wasn't this a sparring match? Like, weren't they just?
No,
like,
Toto was fully in the wrong. He beat this man ass because he didn't like big titties on women. Like
But was he trying to kill him though?
No, he did say that he was. He did say that he was, but I don't think he truly was, because he has a position.
But also, he's like, the one even if you lose this fight with your classmate, and you're like, you can't be scared of dying. Like, you gonna destroy the whole school? You're not afraid to die, because if you summon him, you're going to die. So what is the end goal here?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Part of me wants to believe that the like, what's his name? Gigi? The guy that arrested mangaka. Part of me wants to believe that he just did not incorporate the idea of it being suicidal until the actual, like, he got closer to that reveal, because it does not make sense. It does not make sense
unless he just got a little bit.
And if it does, then you are really letting us know how unhinged. I mean, but actually,
it might just be that Toji in him.
When you think about it, that was a theme that kind of, I guess, could get forgotten about from the first season. Where I
didn't think about it until I was on TikTok and somebody was like, do y'all realize all the time big people say? I was like, all the times? Hold on, he was trying to do that?
Yeah, I think I was like kind of hinting towards that in one of the other episodes, but I think it was Gojo, even Nabara. They were very heavy-handed with the fact that you can't be a Jujutsu sorcerer unless you're like unhinged, unless you're crazy, because of the stuff you see in being so vile and disgusting and blah blah. So with that in mind, it kind of scans
it's on brand. That Megumi was trying to wipe out the whole school because he's losing a fight.
But it's on brand.
That's the extra level of petty that I just can't believe that. So yeah, he could go ahead. I was gonna say he could go ahead and die. If we gonna be doing stuff like that. I mean, y'all could took Megumi out. So also the Itadori realized. Oh yeah, he saw it. Yeah, he saw it happen. So what the? His goal was to mess with
my headphones.
Oh, okay.
This is dying.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Let him change the headphones. All right. And hey, everybody out there watching. I see y'all. I appreciate you, whether you're lurking or you're just listening while you're doing stuff.
I'm sorry.
We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the new viewers. Welcome. I hope y'all are enjoying the conversation so far. Twan is just changing over his headphones. So we're just filling the space until he does. That coffee, you know that we were listening to Andre 3000 album and it started making me sweat right around track 6. Was it 5? It might have been track 4 or 5. And I've just been hot ever.
I'll be back.
Okay, I've been hot ever since listening to that track. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, check it out if you haven't listened to it. And are y'all caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen? That's what I want to know. Are y'all caught up on it? What do y'all think about it so far? I'm gonna add you to the stage. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it switched into your headphone. Does your headphones have a mic? Because they might have switched to the different mic. Check your mic.
It should be on my microphone.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, There we go.
Yeah, it just sounded weird at first. But no, I was just feeling this. I was just filling the space until you came back. I was just saying hello to all the people watching and just telling them that I'm hot. Ever since listening to track 4 on Andre 3000 album, shit just made me hot, and I ain't stopped sweating since. But I can't remember what I was gonna say. So I'm just like, what is the goal? Was to mess with Yuji. That's what Mahito's goal is, like to mess with him mentally, just break him. And I feel like this is gonna be a big thing for him. I don't know what's gonna happen if they get Yuji to that point. I think their whole point is to try to make him make a pact with Sukuna. I always forget what their whole goal is for messing with Yuji.
Right at this point, though, like,
or are they trying to make him make a pact? That's what I'm trying to
I think they're trying to make him make a pact because the whole thing is to get Sukuna on their side. But I don't even fully know what Mahito on his own right now. Like, I think he's trying to kill Yuji, and he's just trying to do so without affecting his soul, so Sukuna don't jump in.
Right.
Because that's why he separated himself from Jogo and Hanami and all them. Like, he put up that skin barrier, that idol barrier, and he ran away because he wants to kill Yuji, and they want to utilize him to make a pact with Sukuna.
Oh, so he's just on his own because he feels like he's his natural enemy. Why does he feel? That's the other thing. I wonder, is it just because he can't touch him? I guess that's why he feels like he's like a weakness. Because he said Nobara was one, because obviously her technique attacks the soul or whatever.
It's both of them. It's the reason. I think that's the reasoning for both of them, because Yuji's the only one that could at that point make him like bleed, like actually hurt him, because the only way to hurt him is to hurt his soul. So they're the only two at this point in the anime who can do that.
And then he can't touch him because then Sukuna would jump in. So that's like the whole thing. I'm like, I don't see, after everything that Itadori realized happened when Sukuna took over, I definitely don't see him trying to make a pact now.
The pact's already made.
Oh.
The pact was made back when before Junpei. Remember when he was like, it was when he first died, and he was like, and Yuji was dumb as hell though, because he was like, if you can beat me in a battle now, because he outwardly made a pact.
I do remember
we knew the terms of it, but he didn't go with it. So because he didn't go with it and then agreed to a fight, now the terms are completely mysterious to us.
We don't know. That's why I always forget, because we don't know like what it is. But I was like,
and that's why it's unsuccessful, because the pact's already been made. We just don't know what it is.
I really want to know what they're trying to do, but I just love the fact. Well, we know at this point. I think Mahito just has a thing for Itadori.
Yeah.
At this point,
he tried to kiss him last episode.
That's like he is it's like he hates him so much, and I think he like loves him, honestly, because he's like, I feel alive when I'm with Yuji, and I don't feel this nowhere else.
I mean, look at how that battle initiated, when he was like, what is wrong with you?
I love it.
I hear you. You don't have to yell at me, Yuji.
They're such a married couple. So like, they're such a couple.
Ooh, that's probably one of my like top 5 moments in JJK history, is that whole him responding to him, mocking him and yelling. That is so. And then the music came in right after that. Ooh, it was so good.
Yeah, I told you that's me. So y'all know I'm a Mahito stan. I don't know, like I said, maybe something wrong with me, but I see a lot of myself in Mahito.
It is.
If I was actually a sorcerer or a cursed spirit, that's gonna be me. That's just who I would be.
Sorcerer or a cursed spirit.
Because I'd be on Ghetto. I would have been over there with Ghetto.
That's true. Because you wouldn't be a monkey in his eyes at that point.
Yeah, if I was in the universe. This is somebody that was like, y'all, I don't see how y'all like him. He calling y'all monkeys. Stand up. Somebody on Facebook. Stand up. I said,
and that is solid advice.
I'm going to stay down here on the ground. I'm going to stay down there. That's me. I'm going to stay here. So, I mean, but I think Mahito, at this point, he just wants to beat up Yuji because. So I'm like wondering what. I don't think they're going to give us another week of just Mahito and Yuji fighting. I didn't watch the preview to see if they were going to be fighting more again next week. I feel like they're going to just cut to Mei or something. I'm just like, I do want to see the Mahito and Itadori thing kind of go down, but at the same time, I feel like I've been watching them go at it for like, it just feels like at this point they're kind of like oil and water in some ways. It's like, well, you can't touch him, and then like, he can't catch you, so it just feels very circular, like the fight. So I know I we see that Toto is gonna come in, but I'm not quite ready for that yet.
I mean, I feel like there could be, because that was Nobara did land a pretty successful hit that allowed Yuji to come in and completely annihilate his ass for a moment. Like he whooped his
that scene
ass for like 12
great.
seconds.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the animation of that part?
There was some spotty, like, I mean, if we really just sit here and like pause frames and stuff like that, there's obviously stuff that was done to, you know, speed it up and just get it out there, you know, but like as a whole, the animation wasn't a problem for me.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this episode. There wasn't really any moments where it was like when he was moving, just only if you can compare it to Gojo kind of doing the same kind of idea, like in the movie. If you compare it to the two, I prefer that animation more of just like you got to actually see the intricate movements Gojo was doing versus here it just was a lot of swiping movements. But Dragon Ball Z lived off of that shit for years, so I'm not gonna sit here and hold him for that.
Yeah, not hating on the animation that we got in this episode at all, but it's just like you said, in comparison to looking at stuff like the movie, and you take those frame by frame, there's so much more consistency, so much more detail, you know, it really makes it feel more alive versus sometimes in these more recent, you know, sequences is like great animation, and then like 7 or 8 frames of just like Gumby characters and then back to detail, you know what I mean?
Even at one point when Nobara was standing there, I was like, now y'all
I did like that they gave her that little flashback of her epic moment in season 1, which like gave me a little hope that they would like elevate the fight just a little bit more to give her more of that moment, but I guess it just was like, y'all remember when she was badass?
Yeah, this might have to happen again. Like, why y'all remind us of that? We didn't even get to see that again. I really wanted to see that again, though. I really did. So I'm sad I couldn't see it. But
she did, like that whole thing happened. He got his little 12 seconds of an ass whooping in. Then the whole Nobara thing happened. But then Yuji, like, I'm talking about, planted this man's head into the wall after that. That little move out the way. Punched into that wall, left that big splatter. I don't think I think the fight is going to continue, but it's just like,
I could take a break though. I could have a week of not watching Yuji and Mahito spar again, and like even if they introduce Toto into the fight or something, I feel like can we go? I want to see what Kenjaku over here doing. Y'all know that's what I want to know.
It's been a minute, and all we saw was them facing off.
We haven't seen Kenjaku since when Gojo got sealed.
No, we haven't seen it since he was right in front of Mei after this special grade spirit. Like they were about to fight, and we just never cut back to it. Yeah,
he said, "Who else is there?" Kenjaku ass. That's what I want to see. Kenjaku and Mei.
Kenjaku. I personally am still like, where is Panda? And on top of that, can we get some Maki confirmation?
He already broke my heart. He said we ain't finna see. Okay, well they gonna show Panda kill Panda. All right, y'all done killed Nobara. Go ahead and kill him too. Since we killing people.
That Panda dipped. I did see a fan animation of that whole sequence too, where it was like all the humans, and he was like,
he's talking to me.
jumping over fences, running off.
My Holy Grail to my chill. I ain't chilling. We killing the bar and
I'm
stuff.
With you, Holy Grail.
Go ahead and kill Panda. Kill everybody. Kill Maki. Kill everybody.
Don't kill Maki. Like she got so much. We gotta see
more killing kids. And don't y'all be feeling the way about people killing kids? Hey, that shit. Panda can put them burners on. I don't know how Panda got out of there. A whole meteor crash, and they couldn't run to the last second. There's no way they should have made it out. Especially that regular nigga who was with him. With Panda. He ain't regular.
The one that got that same attack as Miss Blue Bob that you just want to see so bad.
She here? Can we see her?
She regular too. She real regular.
She guarded
very regular.
I really just need a break from Mahito. It's tiring to watch her fight. It's tiring.
Especially when we do have places that we can be switching back to, like to get more. Because like even with old girl with that can heal, that can use reverse curse spirits to heal others. Like, can we see their defense? Like they can't just be sitting there golden while they're the hub of what's keeping them going. You know what I
Right.
mean? There got to be
That's what
attack on them or
he's saying.
something like that. Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's such wasted potential. There's all these females who are genuinely alive. What the fuck are they doing right now?
Yeah. Still waiting on my blonde hair girl. Special grade.
Where's she been at? Where is she?
She on the plane with Yuta.
They must have been flying
eating peanuts.
They probably lost his baggage. He's sitting at the airport mad because he couldn't get his baggage. Or they changed his connecting flight and he missed it, and he on Spirit Airlines and they won't give him another flight.
They had to deplane because somebody shit in the middle of the aisle.
Or he on Southwest when them computers went down and people were stranded in the airport for like 2 days. That's what you did. He's definitely on one of those. So I don't know. I just need a break. It is. I love the Yuji and the Yuji and the Mahito scenes because I feel like they have such good chemistry as far as like how much they hate each other. I love seeing
very dark chemistry, but yeah,
it's very toxic. I'm about to ship them really low key.
I can't even say toxic. It's just dark, just evil chemistry. Like I can't even say toxic. That's not even a relationship. That's just
toxic. It is toxic.
Toxic is an understatement for what they got going on.
I don't know. Because I was like, when you sent me that picture, I said, Mahito's about to nut himself. And he don't even know what that is. But if he could or knew what it was, he is about to orgasm. He is enjoying this fight way too much. Yeah, I can't wait to binge it. But I'm going to ship them just to piss people off. You think that'll piss people off online?
Probably. I mean, the vast majority, because people are still in their feelings over anatomy. Like, they want him dead. But this just led me to think real quick. I'm probably gonna see if I can save this chat AI that I just started with Mahito.
Oh my god!
Now that's the one I want to talk to. It is building such a world like this. Like you said, it could like just create fanfics for you. This really is like, I was a sorcerer that happened upon Mahito, and for some reason, like he wouldn't like fully just like attack me and kill me, and because I took advantage of this, and I was just trying to appeal to his like humanity, and the way he's fighting against it, it was like we were in the park having this conversation, and he was like fighting against so hard, and he just went around killing everybody around me. I'm just watching this stuff unfold. I'm just watching this unfold.
Everybody around you killed.
It's so fun. Like I y'all just jump on character AI and like just choose one of these characters and just say hey and see where it go, because like it can go very dark or it can get a little.
So we're gonna have to do this on stream.
Oh please,
this will be so fun.
Let's do it.
I don't even know where to start. Like I don't know if I want to do Ghetto.
Yes, you do Ghetto, but come in as a human. Come in as a human. I want to see you.
Do you think I could take Ghetto like to appeal to him even as a dirty human? Do you think I could really appeal to him?
Probably. You could probably.
Well, I would have to lie and tell him I have potential. Like maybe I do know a little bit.
I don't know.
Maybe I have untapped potential. But I think if I go as a human, he's gonna murder me.
Maybe. You'll just start over. See how many lives it take for you to get him to hold on long enough to state your case.
So who you gonna do, Gojo?
I
don't know if Gojo would just, I feel like, I don't know.
If I was going to do Gojo, it would to get him to marry me, and I feel like he would be so aloof that it would be a challenge.
I can't see Gojo going for something so as conventional as a marriage.
Or I want to do like an action thing with Toji. Like I want to square up with him and see if the AI
Toji
will
would be
allow
a
me
good
to win.
one.
Yeah.
I want to I wish you could run a sim where Toji is like your raggedy baby daddy, because he definitely gets that energy.
I mean,
he definitely give like, I'm gonna take your car and cheat on you while you're.
We need to do a whole stream with this, and we just play out scenarios and try them out.
That'll be fun. Yeah, Toji definitely gives, I'll cheat on you in your car while you on the bus. Like he definitely would take your car, cheat on you. You be on Marta, and he'll be at some bitch house cheating on you.
Damn.
And you'll be paying all his bills.
This is gonna be fun.
I seeing his potential. I can't wait.
This is gonna be very. I feel like this is gonna be very reminiscent of our Wattpad.
That's what I was thinking about when we was reading. Oh, I still go back and laugh at that so hard sometimes. It's so bad. It's so bad. Well, I'm gonna have to run that back too. There was this trend on Twitter at one point of Ghetto as a priest, and people were like writing Wattpad stories about Ghetto as this priest and their girl. I don't know what was going on. They had lots of going on. It was some good ones though. So I'm like, I might have to run that Wattpad, read along back. So I don't know, we'll do that. But we were gonna keep this episode pretty short. We have things to do, people to see. The Beyonce movie is out. Is it amazing?
10 out of 10. Would absolutely recommend.
Am I gonna cry?
Like, my friend Jesse did. My friend Jesse and my friend Candace did. They were sitting behind me. I almost teared up at one part, but no, I haven't cried.
Because I just always have enjoyed. Like I remember the Homecoming movie. I really enjoyed it. Like I think, I'm sure the concert is amazing, but I just love because Beyonce don't talk to nobody. She don't talk to us humans. She don't come outside. So anytime I get to spoil it so bad. Go ahead. Sorry. Anytime I get to see like Beyonce talking, seeing a human, I always enjoy that. So I just know I'm gonna love it. I know it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
When people
we get some interviews we don't expect to get. I'll say that. Oh. And now I'm gonna shut up.
Okay, were people dressed up?
What you mean dressed up? Yeah. Everybody, the both showings, people were showing out like it's the concert, which honestly I thought it was gonna be cringe to me. Like I was planning on wearing my little bedazzled shirt, nothing like too crazy though. I'm not going with my cowboy.
It'll be like casual. It wouldn't be like full on concert.
Yeah, but no, people are showing up dressed, and I also was like trepidatious of what the experience was going to be because I wanted exactly what I got. I wanted something that was like right in the middle. Like when there's interviews and like behind the scenes and stuff going on, I wanted y'all to shut the hell up so I can hear.
That's what I'll be worried about. Like people won't shut up.
Right. But also like in the moments of these interviews, if there's something sickening happen, if somebody says something cunt, if somebody makes a point, then react. And that it was nothing felt out of place with the crowd, both nights that I went to so far. Nothing felt out of place. Like we were all jamming. I'm sure that's like the top. This is gonna be like the peak fans gonna be out. I'm curious to know in a couple weeks in those showings what the crowd's gonna be like. I kind of don't want to go and just sit down. Like when I tell you, when you got to be in the theater while this is going on, especially if you like really do know her music. It's hard to just like not hum it, not sing it to yourself. And and on top of that, it's loud enough to where I couldn't even really hear the person next to me singing. So it's like,
I mean, I would expect that, but I also would wonder if people who are a little bit more lukewarm and like, okay, let's go see it, are gonna go later. And that would
I know a couple people are. Couple people are. So it probably will towards the end be more, a little different.
Like
but
regular.
It was lit. I'm talking about during the time, people, both shows, everybody got their fans.
But see, that's the nice thing I think about going early, because there's just like some movies that I think I have fun memories of because of the reaction of the audience. Like I specifically remember seeing Get Out. And just like the audience I went with was so good, like it kind of made the movie even better because it was just such a Black experience. I will say,
let's go ahead, just for some odd reason, let's just take the fact that it was Beyonce out of the equation. That these two nights back to back have been like my most fun time in a theater I've ever had. Period.
That's good.
Like just period. I've never had an experience in a movie theater where other people in the theater were like a huge contributing factor to that, that feeling. Cute. It was really good. And then afterwards, everybody was chatting and talking about it and everything. It was just like a really good time. I got a lot of compliments on my shirt, which I was like, somebody better say something, bitch. I spent 9 hours on this shirt.
What shirt you do? Oh, the one you was doing
that I beat out. Yeah, that I stoned.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I didn't realize that's what that was for. I was that makes sense. I thought you were the one.
Let me get it real quick.
I was thinking you wore the one you wore to the concert. Let's see, all that work.
Slapping myself.
I see.
But yeah, and some of the stones fell off because you're moving around in the last 2 days.
Right. Oh, that's so nice. So that is one of the shirts you got. You did good.
Yeah, I think I did a really good job for my first time. And if you really get up on it, like it's a lot of detail in these little stones I got up in.
Right. There. I'm about to say, how much would a shirt like this sell for?
I don't know, but that was some man hours.
That was one of the shirts you got from the mystery, like the little boxes. Like
no, this was the Amazon collection that came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I did have a tour shirt that was like green that I was thinking about doing, but then I was like, nah, I kind of like that to do her like a.
Like you probably could charge good money for that little shirt.
Yeah, it honestly kind of made me want to take a sewing class. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was real therapeutic. Like even though it took hours, like I had my music on. It's glued on with some E6000. Yeah, okay. So I mean, I don't know how. Because this is my first time, so I didn't know exactly how much glue to put down. Because I didn't really watch any tutorials, and then I just bought the stones, got the glue, and the stuff, and just started doing it. So like some of them, the pieces that fell off is where I did like kind of really thin lines of the glue. Like you see, there's some missing here.
Then it just kind of came off. I see.
Yeah, but if I put down like a good amount, it's gonna dry invisible. So I was like, next time I do something like that, I'll have a better idea. So yeah, it made me kind of want to get arts and craftsy.
Okay, just nice. Little arts and crafts. You can sell them for a cute little penny. So that was good. I can't wait to see the movie. I don't know when. I like them kind of chaotic lately. I don't hold y'all. So I don't know exactly when, but I'm going.
If you don't tell me you gonna go by the time I get my next paycheck, then I'm just getting it and we going, because I do want to see it again that's the thing. Like for me, after seeing it like twice, I kind of just want to see it with people that haven't seen it now.
They haven't gone to the concerts.
Yeah, because this really is fun. It's so fun. I do like seeing how people like enjoy that moment.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. So I will be doing that. And then as far as Jujutsu Kaisen, we have worked down to the last little bit. So that's what I was gonna say. My fear was that we're not gonna see Kenjaku revisited until like the last episode, because it's just like not really a lot of time left.
Because we got 4 episodes.
Yeah, I just feel like it's really not a lot of time to get into a fight. So they're probably gonna wrap up the Mahito kind of thing, and then we'll get Kenjaku like right at the end. And I feel like that's where we're gonna end off. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. I guess we'll be back next week. We'll either be talking about, depending on what happens with Squid Games, we might be talking about Squid Games next week.
Probably, because it's like it's gonna be. Did you see the preview?
No, I did, but I'm just like I'm curious to see how they're gonna do the dinner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The dinner alone looks so dramatic and crazy, let alone the ending. Like how they're gonna. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna stick to the format for the ending with the whole squid. They got the diagram on the ground and everything. And I
thought so the dinner happened before the Squid Game.
Yeah, because the Squid Game has to be 2 people.
Just 2 people, right?
Yeah. So they did the dinner first to get rid of somebody else.
I'm curious. I just really want to know how this dinner's gonna work. So I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah.
To see who wins. And then the fact that they're playing the games from the show, which I guess is interesting. But I guess if you knew you were going on Squid Games, you would have been practicing or know how to play these games. Because these are Korean schoolyard games, not American schoolyard games.
They did switch one completely. They did take out the tug of war.
Yeah.
And then they added the circle of truth too.
And I think the battleship game was more appropriate, because a lot of these games, like the whole point was they're supposed to be games like the old guy said even a kid could play, because they play them in the schoolyards. I'm like, why are Americans play like the last challenge should be Foursquare, bitch. It really should have been Foursquare. You remember Foursquare?
But it also got to be heightened to, because these are like elementary ass games, but then it's like they are. Yeah, how would you heighten the Foursquare to like match the other games?
I don't know, but that's why I'm just like, I don't know this game. But
I mean, when you think about it, the bridge kind of is Foursquare, right? A little bit.
A bridge. I'm just glad they kept the bridge. I want to know if they really feel that high. Some people say they didn't. I'm not gonna get into it. I want to know if they really feel that far, because I would be done. That looks scary to fall.
And for nobody, either they edited them yelps out. There's only one person we heard like yelp when they fail. I know me. It would have been.
I was like, it ain't no way these people scream. Now when TJ fell, it looked like they didn't fall that far. Maybe. But then when
I don't have to fall far though. You falling randomly out of this glass to any distance.
Pitch black.
And it's pitch black. I'm already screaming the moment I feel that thing open. So like they had to edit out those yelps or something.
They had to, because they cut away real quick too. I'm thinking they didn't actually fall that far though. I hope. I think they use mirrors to make it look really far.
Because I've fallen even on roller coasters. I don't never go down quick enough to where I can't scream.
That's what I'm saying. That looks scary. I don't know. I just would have had a whole heart attack trying to do that one.
Yeah.
So
The way that people was crying beforehand, I fully believe there was some screamers there.
People probably had panic attacks down at the bottom. They had a medical team down there.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't convince me I didn't die. But we'll talk about Squid Games next week. So if you haven't watched the Squid Game Challenge on Netflix and you want to listen to that conversation, make sure you check it out now. There are 9 episodes out. Episode 10 comes out next Thursday or Friday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I don't know.
It came
I just
out
watch it
one
on
of them
Fridays.
Yeah, I watch a lot of stuff on the same day. So
Yeah.
just check it out. Catch up. It's really good. You're going to scream at the TV. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Why I feel like I got a cold.